A long time ago, in Bible times when Joshua was leader of Israel, a group of 5 powerful kings gathered together in a dark tent, plotting against Joshua and his neighbor, the Gibeonites. The Gibeonites had associated themselves with the Israelites. These other nations were filled with anger and was determined to start a war with Israel and their neighbor. This story is found in Joshua chapter 10. As the leaders of these 5 powerful nations looked at the map of Canaan that spread out before them, they were furious and vowed to destroy these 2 nations, since the Gibeonites, Israel's neighbor, had made peace with them. But the Gibeonites knew that they had a friend in Joshua, the leader of God's people. Therefore, when they heard of this evil plot, the leader of the Gibeonites sent a message pleading for help. Later that day, a tired messenger rushed into Joshua's camp, fell on his knees breathless as he delivered the urgent message. War is coming and we don't have much time. Come quickly so we won't be destroyed. Without hesitation, Joshua gathered his warriors. But what they did not know was that they weren't just fighting a battle, they were stepping into a miracle. Through the night, Joshua and his army marched, covering miles of difficult terrain. They marched silently under the glow of the moon, their faces resolute, as they approached Gibeon, where these mighty kings were supposedly hiding to ambush them. When dawn broke, they launched a surprise attack on the enemy, catching them off guard. Chaos erupted in the enemy's camp. They scrambled as the Israelites rushed in with battle cries, swords clashing, but the battle was far from over. The enemy's soldiers tried to flee, racing towards the hill. And that's when God stepped in. Suddenly, the sky began to darken and storm clouds started forming over the battlefield. Then, in the blink of an eye, giant hailstones began to fall from the heavens, striking down the fleeing enemies while leaving Joshua's army and his neighbors untouched. God rained down hailstones so massive that more enemy soldiers were killed by them than by the sword of Joshua's warriors. Joshua then stood, sword in hand, tired and panting in the middle of the battlefield. He watched as the sun began to sink lower in the sky. He saw a problem. The enemy was still alive and well, and the sun was setting. If darkness fell, the remaining enemy warriors would escape. He needed more time. But how could he stop the sun? Joshua then raised his arms towards the heavens, his face full of unwavering faith, as his voice echoed across the battlefield. Sun, stand still over Gibeon, and moon, stay in the valley where you are. The battlefield froze in stunned silence as the sun halted in its place, shining brightly without moving. The impossible happened. The moon stood still as well. Time itself was paused by the command of a man whose fate moved the hand of God. The warriors of Israel fought with renewed strength as daylight lingered, pushing back the Amorites until victory was complete. That day was like no other, when Israel won a miraculous victory over their enemies. Never before and never again had God answered a prayer like that. A man spoke, and the very heavens obeyed. Beloved, today, what battles are you facing? What overwhelming challenges are in your life? Whether it's finances, sicknesses, or dreams that are fading, whatever it is, you might feel like time is running out, like your challenges are too big and you don't know what to do. But like Joshua, pray in faith because God moves in ways beyond our understanding. The same God who stopped the sun for Joshua can work miracles in your life. All he asks is that you trust him completely. Speak your faith boldly and watch Him move on your behalf. Amen. Thank you for watching till the end. And if you enjoyed this podcast, please share and subscribe so that others can hear and that you can continue to receive these weekly episodes. God bless you is my prayer.